Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope y'all are doing well today. I am so excited about today's video because we're going to be checking out LYS Beauty. This is a new black-owned clean beauty brand that just launched last week. So I'm going to be giving y'all some information about the brand and I'm going to be checking out some of their products today. I'm going to be doing a wear test on their foundation and I'm also going to be checking out one of their blushes and one of their bronzers. So if this is your first time on my channel, thank you so much for clicking on this video. My name is SonyaNicole and I post new makeup videos every single week, including some stuff for makeup lovers who are 40 and over. So if that sounds like your cup of tea, please make sure you subscribe. I would really appreciate your support and I would love to have you join the channel. Okay, you guys, let's jump right into it. Okay, so LYS Beauty, and the LYS stands for Love Yourself. They launched on their website on February 14th, and I will have their website linked in my description box, and they are available at Sephora as of February 19th. So they have a pretty good range of products, even though I'm only going to be checking out a few of them today. But they launched with a foundation primer, a foundation, a pressed setting powder, some bronzers, blushes, and a lip gloss. They also have makeup brushes, but the brushes are only available at lysbeauty.com. But the makeup you can get either from the brand's website or from Sephora. So I did want to quickly show y'all this box one more time because I just love this. I think this was a really nice touch. This is the actual shipping box. So if you get your products directly from LYS Beauty, your products are going to come in a box like this instead of that standard brown box. And then you'll notice as we go through some of the products, everything in the brand keeps this triangle shape to it, and that represents change. So you'll see that all throughout all of the products that we're going to be talking about, plus the other ones that are on the website that I won't be talking about today. Okay, let's jump right into the foundation. So this is the Triple Fix Serum foundation, and as you can see, even down to the packaging for this, they've stuck with that triangular shape for the bottle here, and I just love the color of this, the rose gold packaging. It is a really frosted bottle, which I feel like the non-frosted bottles are just a lot more practical because you can really see like the shade of the foundation that you're getting. But other than that, I do really like the packaging on this one. So this is a serum foundation with a buildable light to medium coverage with a natural finish, and it does have some key ingredients in here. So the first one is this. I'll put it up on the screen. This is Indian ginseng, which is a powerful herb that combats skin stress and visible signs of aging. It also has turmeric to provide antioxidant protection and visibly brighten and even and soothe the skin. And it also has hyaluronic acid for hydration. So it comes in 35 shades and it retails for $22. And I have the shade DP5, which is hazelnut blush, and this is for dark brown skin with a pink undertone. So I am on a roll with foundations with pink undertones. This is actually my third one in a row, and I'm not used to being spoiled like that. So just in case you're watching me for the first time, I have a cool pink undertone, and I usually am not able to find foundations and concealers with a pink undertone for my complexion range, but this is actually the third one in a row that runs pink. So I'm very excited about this, but it comes in 35 shades. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake up the bottle here, and I can hear a little bit of movement in there. So I have my moisturizer and my sunscreen on. I never put primer on when I'm testing out a foundation for the first time. I usually don't wear primer in general, but definitely not when I'm testing out for the first time. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with this, and the pump is really nice too. It's a nice like nude pink color. And I'm gonna be applying that with my new favorite foundation brush, which is the E63. Yeah, the E63 from Morphe. All right, I'm gonna start off with about a half a pump. That's normally what I start with. And it's supposed to be a buildable light to medium finish. So I'm assuming with a half a pump, I'll get like a nice light finish here. I don't really smell anything, which is good. I don't like fragrance in makeup and skincare. So yeah, I definitely feel like I'm getting very light coverage with this. I feel like that amount of foundation pretty much just like evened out my skin tone, but it really didn't give me a whole lot of coverage, which I wasn't really expecting. So I'm gonna go in with another half a pump. And then I always concentrate the majority of my foundation on my cheeks because that is where I want the most coverage. So what I'm expecting from this foundation, because it's like a serum foundation that doesn't have like a whole lot of coverage to it, I'm expecting this to be one that I would possibly reach for on days where I don't want to be like full glam, which most days that's the case for me. Something that I would just wear just to kind of like even out my skin tone, not really to give me like a whole lot of coverage. Okay, so this is basically like a full pump of the foundation. I'm going to zoom y'all in just a little bit. Okay, so this is basically like a full pump of the foundation, and I feel like with a full pump I'm still getting light to, I would say like light to borderline medium coverage. But like I said, I wasn't really expecting a whole lot of coverage with this anyway. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a pump over here. Then I'm going to put a little bit more over here just to see if I can build it up to like a medium coverage. Because I feel like this isn't quite medium coverage just yet. So let me go in on this side. And then I'm going to go in with another half a pump over here. Okay, so this is basically a full pump of the foundation on each side of the face. So my first impression of this, the shade is okay. It's definitely one that I can wear. I think it is just a smidge too dark for me, and I'm basing that off of my Morphe foundation, which this one is kind of like a perfect match for my skin tone. This one is coming off just a little too dark, but I can definitely wear it. Comparing this side to where the foundation has been sitting for just a couple more minutes than this one, I feel like this one did kind of set down to a nice natural finish. It does have a little bit of shine to it, but not much. This one still looks a little more wet, like it hasn't completely set down. But on this side, I do like the finish of it, and I'm curious to see how it's going to look after I set it with powder. So far so good. I do like it. Like I said, I wasn't expecting a whole lot of coverage from this, and I'm not getting that because it is claiming to be just light to medium coverage. So far I feel like if it wears pretty nicely. Now I do have to say, even though I just put it on my face, I'm actually not expecting for this foundation to last for very long on my face. Usually foundations will last for about anywhere from like 6 to 8 hours before I feel like I need to refresh it. I'm really not expecting this foundation to last that long, but we'll see. But if the wear test goes okay, so far I'm thinking that this is something that I would reach for if I just want like something to kind of like even out my skin tone, and I'm not looking for like flawless looking makeup for the day, if that makes sense. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit more over here to see if I can build up the coverage a little more, because I feel like this is kind of like slightly medium coverage, so I want to see if I can get just a little more coverage over here. Okay, so let me know what y'all think. I actually think it built up really nicely. I think that I'm getting nice medium coverage over here now. So this is like 1.5 pumps of the foundation, and over here we just have the 1 pump. So I think that that did build up really nicely. I like the way that that applied. So I'm gonna put another half pump over here just so that we're even, and then we're gonna move on to the next product. This does apply very nicely. It kind of just like glides over the skin, which, you know, that's to be expected with a serum foundation. I feel like, didn't I read somewhere that this also has avocado oil in it? I don't see it on the list here, but maybe it's something else that I'm going to be trying. But I thought that I read that the foundation also has avocado oil in it, but it's not one of the highlighted ingredients. But I love avocado oil in like skin and hair stuff, so that's why I was asking about that. But anyway, here we are with the foundation. So I have about a total of like 3 pumps all over my face. So I do think that this is a really nice foundation for buildable light to medium coverage. And I always think it's great when foundations can build like that because it makes the product a lot more versatile. If you want to use it for something that's more of like a BB cream type coverage, you can do that. And then on another day, if you want something that's going to give you more coverage, you can use the same foundation to get even more coverage from it. So I like the way that it applied. I love the way that it built up on my skin, and I think I'm getting really nice medium coverage. I do wish it was just a little bit lighter, but that's not a big deal. The shade is definitely one that I can wear. So let me know what y'all think so far. I'm actually just gonna let the foundation just sit for a minute or two before I move on. I feel like on camera my face looks a little darker than what I'm seeing in the mirror, but maybe not. It is a little dark, so maybe that's why I'm thinking that. But anyway, I'm gonna let the foundation sit on my face for just a couple minutes to see if it dries down anymore. Then I'm gonna go on to my concealer and setting powder. Then we'll move on to the other LYS products. Okay, I decided to go ahead and do my brows while I let the foundation sit, so it's basically set. And I do think after adding on the extra half a pump to get it up to medium coverage, I feel like it's a lot more dewy or a lot more shiny than it was before I put that last layer on. So this is a little bit too much shine for me, but I am still gonna set it with powder. But what I'm gonna do now is I always like to show y'all my staple concealer and setting powder, how it pairs with a foundation when I'm trying it out for the first time. So I'm gonna go in with my Too Faced concealer, and I'm gonna use this on the center of my face. And then I know some of this information is like really redundant for some of y'all, but just in case anyone is new here, when I'm blending out the foundation, or the concealer rather, on the forehead and the chin area, I always like to use my residual foundation that's left on my brush or my sponge to do that, because I feel like it just helps them to blend out better in those areas. And then I always switch to this brush to blend out around my mouth and under my eye. This is the Rare Beauty foundation brush, but I like to use it for concealer. So I think you can tell that using the concealer is already helping to balance out the foundation because it is just a little too dark. But like I said, it's definitely a shade that I can wear. But if it was just like a smidge lighter, that would be better. So I'm going in with a little bit more concealer on the forehead area because the foundation is a little dark. So I just want to lighten up this area just a little bit. And then I'm just going to go back over one more time all the areas where my foundation and concealer are meeting each other. And I'm just doing like one final blend. I'm going to set my concealer with my Coty Airspun powder. This one is in the shade Honey Beige. It's like a pink tone powder. So they did come out with a setting powder that comes in 4 different shades and it retails for $18, but I didn't get that because I didn't think that I would like any of the shades that it comes in. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the foundation with my regular setting powder, which is the Sephora Microsmooth powder. This one is in the shade Tan. And based on the pictures that I'm seeing online, they don't have a setting powder that looks like it would match this. They do have a really nice looking yellow toned one, and they have a really nice looking like deep one. And I think one of these might be a translucent shade. Yeah, one is translucent, one is banana. They do have one that's medium tan, but it looks like a bit yellow to me. And then they have like a really dark deep one, just in case you're interested. But I didn't think that I would like any of the shades, so I didn't get one of the powders. Okay, so I definitely like the way the foundation looks a lot better now that I've set it with powder. I'm just interested to see how long my face stays like this because like I said, I'm not really expecting this foundation to last very long on me before my face starts to get shiny, but we shall see. So moving on to the next product, I'm gonna check out one of their blushes. Oh wow, and all of their blushes are sold out at at Sephora. So this is the Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush, and I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I meant to put this on before I set my face because I think it's going to be a cream blush. It applies as a cream and then sets down as a powder. I think I'll be okay with putting it on top of my setting powder, but I did mean to put this on first. But I just want to show y'all the packaging. They're sticking with that same triangular shape and the nice rose gold finish. So I got the shade Inspire, and this is what the shade looks like. I am very excited about this. It does look like a bit more deep or more red than what I would typically go for, but this was the nicest color out of the bunch in my opinion. But let me just show you compared to a blush that I wear all the time so that you guys can see like the shades that I typically wear. So this is like my most used blush. This is from Note Cosmetics, so you guys can see like the shade difference here. I usually go for like peachy type blushes, so I'm gonna pick up some on my brush. I don't know like how pigmented this is, so I don't want to go in with too much. Oh, I think that's quite pigmented. Can y'all see that? I didn't pick up a whole lot, but I feel like for the amount of blush that I can see on my cheek, I feel like it's really pigmented. Like this is one of those blushes where you have to go kind of light-handed with it, I feel like. So I really like this. I do feel like I'm being really careful to apply it though, because it is coming off like quite pigmented, so I feel like I'm using like extra caution to not put on too much, but I think it's really pretty. You could definitely build this up if you like a lot of blush. You could definitely build it up, but I really like that. That's nice. Yeah, I know I'm gonna be tapping into this one quite a bit going forward. I really like that. Okay, so next I'm gonna check out one of the bronzers. This is the No Limits Matte Bronzer. So I just wanted to show y'all the two packages side by side. So this one has like the matte finish, and then it has the logo in the glossy finish, and this one is like the exact opposite. It has the glossy finish with the matte logo. I thought that was really cute. So this here is the bronzer, and I got the shade Strength, which is the dark one. This one I already know is going to be too dark for me, so this is what it looks like here, and I'm just going to show y'all compared to a couple of bronzers that I usually wear. I am going to have to give this one to my sister because I already know this is going to be too dark. So this is my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. This one is in the shade 310 compared to the LYS bronzer. And then let me also show you the bronzer that I've been wearing a lot lately. This is one of the Fenty powder foundations in 440. This is the one that I've been wearing lately, so you guys can definitely see a shade difference between the two. So I feel like this one is going to be too dark, but I'm going to try to go in with a really light hand to use this one for today. And I don't think I said this, but the bronzer also retails for $18. Okay. I am going in with a very light hand because like I said, it is a little too dark, but I actually don't think it's as dark as I was expecting. Like perhaps I could wear this, like if we're outside more this summer, maybe I could wear this in the summertime. I haven't really gotten a whole lot of sun for like a year now. But yeah, this is actually it's not as dark as I was expecting. I think I like that. It's pretty. I don't think that I'm going to be wearing this one though as much as those other two bronzers that I showed you, because I do feel like I look really bronzed to the point where I would prefer to use this one if I have more of a tan going on, but it's not as dark as I thought. I am going to take my foundation brush though, and I'm just gonna pat like right over where my bronzer and foundation meet each other, just because I feel like it is just a little dark, but like I said, I can wear this. So let me know what y'all think. It is nice and red too. It's coming off like a little purpley, but it is like a nice like red color on my skin tone. I'm gonna use some of this on my nose as well. And then whenever I apply bronzer to my nose, I like to take whatever I use to put my foundation on and just tap it right back over the bronzer to soften it back out. Okay, so now that I have most of the products on my face, I'm actually really liking everything so far. I like the foundation. I love the way it applied. Like I said, I do wish it was just a little bit lighter, but that's not a big deal. I think I said this earlier, but I don't think that this is going to last very long on my face, but we'll see. I usually like to get like a 6 to 8 hour wear out of my foundations, but I'm really not expecting the foundation to last even that long, but we shall see. I really love this blush. I actually think I'm gonna get it in another shade. Like I said, I usually do like peachy blushes, but there's another shade called Pink Cinnamon Spice. I think I'm gonna try that one too. I really like this blush. The bronzer also applied very nicely, and I'm surprised that it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be, but I do think I'm also going to get the bronzer in a lighter shade too. But so far I am really liking everything. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup off camera, then we'll come back and I will start the wear test for the foundation. So I'll be right back. Okay, so here's the rest of my makeup for today. I actually didn't do a whole lot because I like to keep my makeup nice and simple when I'm testing out a foundation. So I just took a little bit more of the bronzer and I put it on my lids just to deepen out that area a little bit. I put a little bit of highlighter in my inner corner, some mascara, and some lip gloss, and that was pretty much it. So I'm just gonna wear this until I feel like it's time to refresh the makeup. So we will see how long that's gonna take. So it's a little after 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm gonna go on about my day and I will see y'all back here in a little bit. Okay, I am back and we made it to about 6 hours. It's a little after 7 o'clock in the evening and this is what my face is looking like. I just refreshed my lip gloss just because I really like this lip gloss, but I haven't touched my face yet. So this is what we're looking like. I don't believe I mentioned in the beginning of the video that I have oily skin. So on me with oily skin, it lasted for about 6 hours and that actually is longer than I thought it was gonna last. So although I'm oily, I do think that the makeup still looks nice. It looks like it's still intact. It just needs to be refreshed. So that's the last thing that we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a piece of tissue here. I always like to blot the excess oil off just to see if any makeup comes off when I do that, and then I like to see how it looks after I repowder. So I'm just going to blot in my T-zone area. And it doesn't look like any excess makeup is coming off, so it's still looking pretty nice after I blot. And then I'm gonna go back in with the same powder that I used earlier. And I'm just gonna concentrate this on the T-zone area. Okay, so this is what it looks like after it refreshes with a little bit of powder, and I think it looks really nice. I actually think I like it better now than when I first put it on, but I have to go back and look at the footage, but I think it looks really pretty. Okay, so just to wrap everything up and give y'all my overall opinion on everything, I really liked everything that I've tried, so I'm definitely gonna try a couple of other things from this brand, and I'm looking forward to what they're gonna come out with next. So I think my favorite product of the day is the blush. I'm definitely gonna pick this up in another shade. The bronzer was really nice, but I do think I need the shade, one shade lighter than the one that I tried out today. And this foundation, this is definitely something that I would wear and put in my regular rotation of foundations. I think it looks really pretty, and I'm really surprised at how long it lasted on my face. So that's pretty much my final thoughts on this. I think my next purchase from this brand is going to be the blush in that pink cinnamon shade, and I definitely want to try the lip oil. I really wish I had gotten that in this order, but overall I'm really impressed with LYS Beauty so far. So let me know what y'all think in the comments. Thank y'all so much for watching today. If you liked the video today, please let me know by giving me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe before you head out, and I will see y'all back here for my next one. Until then, take care. Have a good one, y'all. Bye.